Keep It or Change Cars, the motoring podcast with news, views, and interviews.
Young or old, male or female, vehicle safety is top of mind for all of us. And when I talk about vehicle safety, I'm not talking about braking, ABS, seatbelts, etc. I'm talking when you're on the road, you fear being hijacked, smash and grab, etc. Today in studio, we've got Craig with something slightly different. You're not going to stop a smash and grab. You're not going to stop us being hijacked, but you've got an exceptional product. Tell us the name.
Mark, thanks. Good to be here. Armour Tyre is the business.
Now, when I think of Armour Tyre, I think of the SANDF and people shooting at a tyre and it's bulletproof. Not quite that, but Armour Tyre is a sealant that goes into a normal passenger tyre that we've all got. Share with us, what is Armour Tyre?
Absolutely. So Armour Tyre, essentially we have three products or three channels. The first being passenger car LDVs.
Then aeroplanes, helicopters and?
Not yet. But and then trucks and buses.
Trucks and buses.
And ultimately your heavy duty, so your agricultural equipment and your yellow metal.
So when I hear Armour Tyre, it sounds like something that's reinforcing my sidewalls. What is Armour Tyre? Is it a plate? Is it a product you put inside? What is it?
Armour Tyre essentially is a product that lasts up to 5 years in the tyre.
Right.
It's a viscous solution, so it's a liquid for all purposes, and it's got various components that give it its efficacy. Essentially, what happens is while you're driving, if you do have an incident, be it spark or nail or whatever the case is, any puncture of any form, the product rushes to that incident or that surface, that location, and it seals and vulcanizes that hole while you drive.
So now when we talk about a hole, we're obviously not talking about a hole that size, are we? We're talking about what? Spikes? What do we talk about?
So up to a 5 millimeter hole, which could be a slightly larger object.
5 millimeters is big.
Exactly. The product would seal that in motion.
So if you take, I don't think there's anybody out there that hasn't driven over a screw or driven over a nail, and all of a sudden you get home and your tire looks a little bit flat.
Yeah.
A typical nail, how many millimeters would that be?
2 to 3 mils.
Okay, so you can double that up.
Yeah. Typically in that sort of size incident, you probably wouldn't even know that you've got a puncture.
So that's what I want to say to you. So let's take two scenarios. I drove over a nail, not malicious, it's just on the road, it's dropped there. What happened? I won't even know?
You shouldn't know. No, you won't know. Essentially what it'll do is it'll seal, if the object's still in the tire, it'll seal around that. Once you pull it out, it'll then fully seal that hole. But if it is something that punctures the wheel and is left behind, it's a permanent seal.
And I think that is our biggest fear, that you get a puncture that actually stops you. Now, I'm just laughing. I remember about 8 or 10 years ago, they interviewed somebody from the traffic police or the police, and they said, if ever you break down in the middle of a dangerous area, whatever you do, drive to the nearest safe place. You break down, but you must drive to the nearest safe place. I'm driving, my vehicle gets spiked. I mean, the typical spikes, what is it? What is a spike? Share with us what spikes are.
I mean, there's so many different forms and variants, but essentially a lot of the guys, unfortunately, will use the likes of a piece of rebar, hammer it into the tar of the road.
Right.
The product, like any product, has its limitations.
Of course.
Total destruction of a tire is total destruction of a tire.
When you say total destruction, you mean it physically blows apart?
Ripped apart.
Sure,
ripped
of course.
apart.
But I go over a spike. I've got two wheels, obviously. The front two wheels go over the spike. The back two wheels go over the same spike. But it's spikes, normal spikes. What is my expectations from your product?
Essentially, the product is formulated to get you away from the incident. And that is the major security issue in South Africa and on South African roads, and that's what we are addressing.
So to get you away from the incident.
Correct.
So the traffic police or SAPS spokesman that I spoke about, that's what it is. Not if you break down, to get you away from the incident.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this. I like what I see. I like what you said. I want to get hold of you, Craig.
Yeah.
How do I get hold of you? Can we share your number on screen?
Absolutely, please do.
So on your screen right now, you'll see Craig's cell phone number. Are you available? Because I love sharing my cell phone number. If somebody wants to do business with me, I want them to call me. So do you work with any motor dealers or... I'm buying a car. I say I've heard about Armour Tyre.
Yeah.
Please put it in before I drive out. Like I want a tracking device. Put it in before I drive out. Can that happen?
Absolutely. So we work with a range of dealers around the country.
Shout their names out. They love free airtime.
Wheelie as one of the hyper sites, if you will.
Right.
We work with them. and some of the Toyota dealerships, some of the Ford dealerships.
So some big
Chevy,
boys.
you name it, yeah.
So you're not fussy. It doesn't matter if it's Chinese or Japanese.
No, everyone needs protection.
But I think the absolute key is, now I'm watching this slightly differently. You spoke about working with the Toyota dealers. You don't get better than a Toyota dealer. So now I'm a buyer. I walk into dealer ABC. It doesn't happen to be a Toyota dealer, but I want this product. Can I say to the dealer, get hold of Armour Tyre, I want it in, or do I need to get hold of you myself?
Absolutely. Ask the dealership. If they don't have it, they will get hold of us. And yeah, the product is on offer through retail dealerships, new and used. And yeah, it's part of a value-added service, value-added product at dealership level.
So normally they say the $1 million question. Today there's going to be $2 million questions. So I'm watching this. I decide I want this product. Do I need to allow 5-6 hours of my time to get this product? Is it super complicated?
Not at all, Mark. It's actually so simple. It takes an average of around 15 minutes to do the installation.
You're kidding, right?
15 minutes, 1-5.
So now, tell me exactly, when you say the installation, does a car need to go on a hoist? Do wheels need to come off? What gets done in 15 minutes? Or your Formula One pit crew?
We can do it, well, we're aiming for that, but we can do it within 15 minutes, as I said. We can do it on site. And a lot of the dealerships in the new car space, as well as the used car space, they either do it on, they do it on the PDI, the pre-delivery inspection. So they'll do it in the workshop, takes 15 to 20 minutes, job done.
Now, I've got to ask you, and it's never negative, but a question that needs to be asked. What are the side effects? I put something into my tires. I've got liquid in a tire. Is it possible that it unbalances a tire? What are my risks?
Okay. So the side effects are pretty much all positive side effects, in the sense that
Doctors, I hope you're listening to them. Take this tablet, there's positive side effects.
There we go. Part of the composition of the product includes glycol, which naturally is a cooling agent. There's also anti-rust or rust inhibitors in the product.
Right.
So in steel rim scenarios, be it car, truck, yellow metal, it doesn't corrode the rims. The elastomers in the product look after the rubber from the inside out, so it actually nourishes the tire. They run cooler because of the glycol, and better pressure retention, which is massively important in the fleet space, but equally so in the cars where you get better life out of the tire.
So when you talk about pressure retention and tires running cool, that is what increases the mileage of the tire.
Exactly, the life of the tire.
So now I said there was $2 million questions. If you ever saw Jerry Maguire, what did he say? Show me the money. How much money do I need to show you?
In a retail setting, the product is 1,999 for the car, for all 4 wheels.
1,999.
1,999.
2,000 Rand. Excluding VAT, if I may ask? Excluding VAT.
Yeah.
So for 2,300 Rand, you're getting absolute protection. So now 2,300 Rand, that's not a lot of money. I can pay cash. I want to finance it. Do you know, will the banks finance this on a contract?
Yes, they do. New and used.
It can never be too many safety features on a car. If you like what you've seen, Craig's details on your screen right now. Craig, from here, where to next for Armour Tyre?
We have national branches at this stage, and we operate
all 9 provinces?
All 9 provinces. So we're on the ground in each province actively, and going into Southern Africa and looking further north. Yeah.
Impressive. Wishing you and the team the very best.
Thank you.
Hope you like what you saw.
Looking to buy a new or used car? Visit changecars.co.za. Keep it or change cars. We are the face and voice of motoring podcasts in South Africa.